Hi guys, it's Tinker Tailor here, bringing you a warehouse. So this build was supposed to be, I don't know if you guys have watched the previous A to Z challenge, but I was meant to do 2 extra builds just because I was gonna, like the A to Z challenge, 26 days, February 28. I could fill it out with 2 extra days, get my roommates to pick 2 builds, but I did not. I was moving and it was super stressful and yeah. I actually damaged my back and now my ear is playing up, so like I just not having a good time in terms of relaxing before getting back to uni. Like I'm probably gonna be sick when uni starts, which is not ideal. But here we are. And yeah, yeah, this was supposed, long story short, this was supposed to be the first build for that challenge. Not the first bonus build. Unfortunately, I could not do it. I would not simply have had the time. I definitely needed the mental break. It also took me 3 days to build this. Like, it took me 2 hours, but it took me 3 days in total to actually get this work done because I was just so unmotivated. And I, yeah, desperately needed a break after doing a build every single day for 26 days straight. I mean, technically I did less builds than 26 in a row because I did do the first maybe 8 beforehand, but everything after that was, yeah, a bit yucky. Yeah, I had the time of my life building this. This was a request from one of my roommates, and I had so much fun with this. It was honestly ridiculous how much fun I had with this because I did a lot of research into what these sort of warehouses look like, and I asked my roommate, like, what sort of warehouse do you want? So they were sort of explaining it to me, like, oh, I want you to include this and that and whatever. So they were fairly, like, do whatever you want. But at the same time, there were certain things that I sort of wanted to incorporate that they were talking about. So I definitely wanted to incorporate the fact that the difference between the office people and the, I guess, laborers, the manual laborers, is drastically different. Like the quality given to them is drastically different, which is kind of stupid. If you're working in the same place, you should have the same quality, but not how it works. So obviously the corporate office bit is super fancy, and the not corporate office bit is kind of gross. I say kind of gross, but I mean just like, yeah, you could kind of say kind of gross. Um, I don't know. I just wanted to kind of give a very drastically different view to this place, and like this is the kitchen area, I guess you'd call it, like the break room for the people who work in the warehouse, but not the corporate office. But they've got no microwave or like sinks or anything like that, whereas the corporate one is a really nice office area. Their bathrooms are way nicer. Um, and I don't know, I felt like it was a good comparison on how these places, like how people are treated in the same workplace if they work a different job, which I find quite interesting in a, like, not a good way. I don't think it's good that people are treated differently in the same workspace, despite the fact that they're all trying to help the same company. So, yeah, I don't know. If you work in a warehouse, or if you work in a corporate office where there is also a warehouse area, please let me know if this is accurate to your work. I've never been in a warehouse. I mean, I've been in a warehouse, but I've never been in a warehouse where this is the active job. I don't know if that makes any sense. Like, I've never been in a warehouse where people pack stuff or, like a forklift warehouse. Like, I don't know how to explain. Like, I've been in warehouses that are just divided up into stores, or I've been into a warehouse where I think it was like like everyone had a different stall and you could enter. That's not the word I'm looking for. You could run these stalls and it was a big marketplace type thing, or like a butcher or a fruit veggie one. I've been in like that sort of thing, but I've never been in a warehouse where you pack things or where you distribute things. I technically the fruit and meat one is technically, and flowers. I've been to one that's kind of like that. Technically that is a distribution one, but I'm talking about like you have to wear high vis to be able to enter, and there are all these forklifts going around and pallets and yada yada yada. Like, I've never been in one like that. So yeah. If this is accurate or inaccurate, please let me know, because yeah, I definitely want to try and be accurate towards the things I'm building sometimes. Other times I'm like, nah, let's just do whatever I want. Let's go crazy. But this one I wanted to try and be accurate with. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about this build. I'll probably chat about it towards the end again, but I kind of want to talk about the live stream that happened recently with the updates to the base game and the new pack, expansion pack. I definitely want to hear your comments down below on your thoughts and feelings and opinions. So if you would like to give them without being biased by mine, definitely pause now and chuck them down below, because I'll definitely read them. But I took way too long to watch that stream today. I must be sick because I had a probably 7-8 hour sleep last night, and then had maybe a 3 to 4 hour nap. So I've slept half the day away. Like, it's ridiculous. I woke up at 4 p.m. and was super upset because I was like, I had so much stuff to get done today, but obviously I just don't have the ability to, because I'm clearly needing that rest. I don't normally nap on a day where I haven't done much, so clearly I'm not 100% today. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna try and take things easy, because I'm not doing too hot fresh apparently. So yeah, also, this is me trying to figure out how to use the tool mod, because sometimes I don't know what I'm doing. But, here we go. Kind of figured it out. I also didn't fully fill out this place. Like, it's not completely overdone and overstocked and whatnot, but I definitely tried to make it look like there's someone at least working here. There's some sort of stuff going on in the warehouse. But anyway, my thoughts and opinions on the stream, before I forget that that's what I was trying to talk about. Part of me is super excited for certain things, and part of me isn't. The one thing that I'm kind of apprehensive about is the fact that they were like, oh, 12 lots is kind of the best we can do for people who want to run a world without their computer crashing if you don't have the best computer. And I totally respect that, because when I first had The Sims, I couldn't run cats and dogs. If I tried to do anything cats and dogs related, my computer would crash. But if I just played base game, we were fine. So I get that, and that's great, but 12 lots is not a lot. We've had worlds with more. I mean, we've had worlds with way less, and I'm happy it's not 4 lots. But I don't know. I think 12 lots, I don't know. I feel like that's a happy medium for, you know, people who do want to be able to actually play the new pack. But I really don't want to. I get not everyone has a good computer, but for the people who do, they're like, but I could run a better computer. I could run like not a better computer. Like I could have more worlds loaded, but I think 12 is good enough. I'm not going to complain too much about that. I don't know. I feel like maybe they could have tried to do something to increase the amount of worlds, but with all the new stuff we're getting, I'm like, you know what? I think 12 is okay with everything else that's coming with it. I think if everything else wasn't coming with it, you totally could give us more lots. But with the amount of stuff we are getting, yeah, I totally get that. Still gonna complain a little bit because sometimes I feel like it's not like the times where we get like 4 builds in a pack, I totally like that's ridiculous. But 12 seems fine. Preferably would like more, but can understand why we can't. But anyway, yeah, that stream took me all day to watch. I'm not even kidding. I started at maybe 9 and I probably finished it at 5:30 or 6. It was ridiculous. I don't even know what time it is now. 7:30. Right. So yeah, it took me a long time to finish because I just kept, like, I had stuff to do and then I accidentally took a 3 to 4 hour nap. My ear hurts, so I had to go shower and like try and clean my ear in the shower. Which, yeah, it didn't do all too much, but feels slightly better. I don't know. And I've been eating watermelon too because that's really good for you apparently. Oh, not apparently, but like it's really good for you, especially when you aren't feeling too hot fresh. But anyway, back to the my thoughts and opinions. I'm kind of excited for the build overall. I know I was previously like apprehensive, but like I'm excited for it. I think we could have a lot of fun with everything, especially since a lot of the stuff, like not a lot of it, but it's not just the pack, like it's also being base game stuff too. So, you know, infants aren't locked away from what I understand. And also like the family dynamics from an, oh, maybe not the dynamics, but like there's better, they recently updated the better family trees and whatnot. So I'm not too sure how better they are because I don't really play The Sims. I just build. Although I did have someone suggest to me to build the village people and play with them in the YMCA. And I'm kind of wanting to do that. So if you want to see me mess around in CAS, which will probably be a massive hot mess, definitely let me know down below because, yeah, it's gonna be a giant mess, but that's fine with me. I am kind of excited to have all of the new CAS options, like the new clothes and the new dynamics and the whether this sim can produce milk or not. Like it's all just different crazy things, and I kind of love all the new stuff that we're getting. And I love that some of it is base game, so it's not again locked behind this paywall because I completely support the people who are like, I'm not spending a cent on it. I wish that's what I went with, but no, here we are. I've spent too much money on this game, and I even pre-ordered. Like, I think this is maybe the first or second pack that I've bought full price. I wait for everything to go on sale because I'm just, like, I'm a uni student. I can't afford to just have all these packs and whatnot, and I get that some people, this is their career, so it's a business expense, but that's not me. I just do this for fun. I do this to de-stress and share and you know, just, like I said before, have fun. It's not about any of that. So it's yeah, I rarely buy packs at full price, so I'm really hoping this one's worth it. It, from the looks of it, is going to be really worth it, and I feel like I'm gonna absolutely love some of the stuff that that I've seen that I can put out there, sorry, that I can use in my builds to put out there. I am going to build. I was going to build the Michelson home, but then I realized they already have a home, so I might just build like a generic suburban family home at some point. I haven't decided if I want it to be the Michelsons or not, but I don't know. I think it'll be so much fun to do that. So that'll come out next week, I think. I still have to build it. I haven't got around to that yet. I was supposed to build it yesterday, but I was still on this build. But, you know, here we are. Build is done. I'm absolutely in love with it. I love the fact that, like, there is such a... I mean, if this was real life, I'd hate it, but I like the fact that there is such a juxtaposition between the corporate office and the actual warehouse. I think it really does show the mentality of how we treat manual laborers, when without them, the world would basically stop. Corporate office can only take you so far. So I think it's kind of sad that they don't get the same amount of love and attention, I guess. You know, it's a lot. I understand a warehouse is going to be a lot dirtier and grungier, and sometimes people who work in these settings don't really care about, like, the prettiness of everything, but it's also nice to give people who work hard nice things. Like, that's not to say the corporate office people don't work hard, but they're not manual laborers like these guys who are carrying things that I could not even imagine carrying. Not that strong of a person, so, you know, to all the manual laborers out there, mad respect for you guys, because I could barely move my room. So yeah, mad respect to you guys. I'm definitely going to be an office person, but I definitely appreciate everything you guys do, because without you guys, I would not have basically everything that I own. But anyway, if you've liked this build, please let me know down below. And if you want to see more content like this, I post twice a week, and I'm open to suggestions if you want me to build anything for you. So yeah, if you like that, make sure to subscribe, and I will see you guys probably in the next video, hopefully. Bye guys.